you being the owner, what kind of policies are you putting in place at that business? Like, do you not allow anybody with exemptions from face coverings to use your business?
Well, I don't really know what the law says there. If you can bring me something from some, I don't know, a notary or a lawyer or something that says you're mask exempt,
Okay.
I will allow it. But other than that, I have no laws are all laws are mandatory. I don't. You have something from your doctor, did you say?
Yeah, so I do have documentation from my doctor that clearly states that I have a medical exemption. I'm unable to wear face coverings. But I mean, you seem rather kind of uninformed about the whole situation. If you do read the ministerial order, I believe it's Ministerial Order 012, there's an entire section there. It's about 20% of the entire order. It's section 4 that's dedicated to going into depth of, the certain exemptions that, people have to wearing face coverings. And then I should also state that the BC Human Rights Commissioner has been stating for a year now in writing publicly that that people shouldn't be required under any circumstances to provide documentation to prove that they have
I would need that thing from your doctor. I need the whole thing, and then I take it to someone and have it checked if it's authentic. I cannot just the Human Rights Commission. Well, I don't know what they do, or did you try at the other laundromat downtown?
No, I did not.
Maybe you should try it.
Okay, well, I just want to make sure that that I understand if you're refusing me service because of my disability or not, right? So I will state again for your information that the BC Human Rights Commissioner's Office has stated in writing that nobody is required to provide proof of their exemption from wearing a face covering. That's it. I believe it's bchumanrights.ca. So it's very open to the public. It's very accessible to anybody. And
you cannot just come in here and say you're mask exempt.
Technically, that's what the BC Human Rights Commissioner is stating. That's what people are allowed to do, and they have the right to do.
Tell the BC Rights Commissioner to give me a call.
Tell the BC Rights Commissioner to give you a call.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just to clarify, Gary, I did state yesterday to your employee that I had a doctor's note from my doctor that I was willing to provide her, and she told me that that's unacceptable. It's from a general practitioner. It needs to be from a specialist. When I asked her where she got that policy from, and if the owner or management was asking her to conduct that kind of thing, she just said that she saw something like that on the news and that's what she was going off of, which didn't really make a lot of sense to me. But regardless...
Why is it that you don't want to wear a mask?
Sir, like I've said, I'm not able to. And I've said that I have medical reasons why I'm not able to, and I have that in documented form from my doctor. What I'm telling you is that I've offered your company that documentation yesterday, and it was denied to me because it's from a general practitioner doctor, not from a specialist. So she wasn't happy with the type of doctor that gave me the note. Okay, what I am telling you is that it is, a direct violation of Section 8-1 of the BC Human Rights Code to deny somebody service because of their disability. I have a disability. I am unable to wear a face covering.
Your doctor. Who's your doctor?
It does not matter who my doctor is. I have also told you that the BC Human Rights Commissioner's Office has issued for a year now.
Call the BC Rights Commissioner's Office and ask them, okay?
You can also go online. I believe it's bchumanrights.ca.
I will call them.
You're going to call them? Okay.
Yeah.
And should I give you a call back? Because I just want to make sure,
I don't know if I get around. Today's Friday. They won't probably be open during the weekend, so I'll call them next week.
You'll call them next week?
Yeah.
But for right now, I'm not able to use your services. Is that accurate?
Until I talk to them, I guess not. I need to hear from them.
Okay, you can also look it up online.
I'm busy. I'm sorry.
I will give you a call next week. Gary, I have some paperwork here for you. I see that you aren't wearing a mask.
I'm behind the shield here. You're not wearing a mask either.
Yeah. This is Ministerial Order 012. I have a medical exemption under this order, Section 4 of this order. This is the BC Human Rights Code. And under Section 8-1 of the BC Human Rights Code, refusing service to anybody because of their disability, ergo my medical exemption, is illegal. This is something that we had discussion about as well. This is a poster that the BC Human Rights...
I got some stuff here too.
Oh, you have some stuff as well. Okay. Well, I'll finish serving you first. So this is a poster from the BC Human Rights Commissioner's
What's
Office.
your name?
This is a poster from the
What is your
BC
name?
Human Rights Commissioner's Office.
What is your
Okay,
name?
so it says right here very clearly, if a person claims a mask exemption, take them at their word, and then it has proof should not be required,
I'm busy.
bold and underlined.
Yes, sir.
This is also a notice of intent that if you continue to refuse service to me because of my disability, then I will pursue civil litigation.
Yeah, and I need your name and phone number.
So are you continuing to refuse service to me because of my disability, Gary?
I have to read all this.
Okay, sure.
You see this last paragraph down here?
Sure. Having a valid reason not to wear a mask does not guarantee access to an indoor space. Right here, if a person claims a valid reason they cannot wear a
This is the
mask,
last paragraph down here.
having a valid reason not to wear a mask does not guarantee you access to an indoor space. You can provide other service and accommodations such as curbside pickup. Is that what you're offering?
Yeah.
You're offering curbside pickup? Okay.
Or you can drop it off. You can come in here and drop it off.
And I can pay for it
Yeah.
without wearing a face covering?
But you have to drop it off. You cannot do it your own.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's a reasonable alternative accommodation.
Is it?
Yes.
To you?
Yes, to any person, that's a reasonable alternative accommodation. That's what the law requires, you to provide reasonable alternative accommodation.
Can you take those on there? Yeah, please.
So I can take my laundry, bring it in here, drop it off, you'll do it for me, and then I can pick it up afterwards.
That's right.
Beautiful. That's all I wanted. Why did you not suggest that a week ago when I
Why
spoke?
didn't you talk to me in the first place?
I called you a week ago. Do you not recall our
You
phone
didn't-
conversation? You said that you wanted, okay, first of all, I offered you a copy of my doctor's note. Your employee said that it wasn't sufficient enough to her because it was from a general practitioner, not a specialist doctor. She wasn't happy with, it was Thursday evening. Last Thursday, a day before I spoke with you. It'll be,
Oh, this is it, okay?
yes, that's an upgraded version of this. Yes, so
This is as of October 13th.
yes,
31, 20.
the BC Human Rights Commissioner's Office created this, and they keep updating it.
And you're Sean?
So people like you,
Are you Sean?
I'm not Sean, no. So people like you can post this in their business, and they can avoid discriminating against people, right? So you provided a reasonable alternative accommodation. This is a BC Human Rights Code.
Who are you?
I'm Shad. I'm the gentleman that you spoke with a week ago. Do you not
Okay.
recall our phone
I just asked you
conversation?
if you were Sean, and you said no.
You said Sean, Shad. It's S-H-A-D. That's a
But
different.
it doesn't say that anywhere here.
Oh, yes, it does, right here. Shad Budge.
Oh,
You got my
Shad,
last name
okay.
here as well. So this is just a letter I did up. I said, hey, I have a medical exemption. I was refused service. They weren't
Okay.
happy with my doctor's
Okay.
note because it was from a general
Oh,
practitioner,
you
not
can
a
bring it in and
specialist.
drop it off and pick
That's
it
a
up.
reasonable alternative accommodation,
Okay,
Gary.
okay, that's
Beautiful.
Good.
That's great. I'm
Okay.
happy with that.
Good. Me
Okay.
too.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah.
All right.
I just.
To all the people out there that have legitimate exemptions from wearing face coverings and are suffering because they're afraid of getting harassed or bullied or anything like that, stand up for your rights. You should not have to suffer because of that fear. Look up the specific laws and orders within your location. Research them, download them to your phone if you want, or even print them off on a hard copy on a piece of paper like I used to. About a year ago when this initially started, I believe it was November last year, in British Columbia anyways, I downloaded Ministerial Order 425 at the time, and I printed it off, and I highlighted Section 4, and this, whenever I had an issue, I brought it up, said, no, Section 4 is me, I'm exempt here under the order. Here it is right here, no problem. I just had it folded up in a little piece of paper in my pocket all the time. Usually didn't have to bring it out, but in those rare circumstances where I did, and it worked fine. 99% of the time, it'll work fine. And if it's something where you're just afraid of, confrontation or something like that, instigate a buddy system. If you have to go out to a grocery store or whatever other type of business that, you're afraid of getting bullied or harassed, bring a friend or two. And they don't have to be, mask exempt as well. They can be wearing face coverings, but just that moral confidence that some people get because they're too scared or timid to be, by themselves. And, it really does help, I've seen from a lot of people. So instigate that, and remember to just be calm. Explain to people that it is against the law to discriminate against somebody because of their disability, along with their age or sex, gender, religion, etc., etc. So, just calmly explain, hey, what you're doing is against the law, okay? It's in direct violation of Section 8-1 of the BC Human Rights Code to deny somebody service that is customarily available to the public, okay? And the BC Human Rights Commissioner has stated in writing that it is not required to provide proof of that exemption, right? And it's very simple to do. Obviously, it'll be slightly different in your location, but everywhere has these exemptions. So just be aware of that and see what happens. As long as you remain cool, remain calm, don't freak out. Just simply explain to people, hey, you're breaking the law. I don't want you to break the law. Okay, please stop breaking the law and discriminating against me. You're required to provide me service, or at least give me reasonable alternative accommodations, right? And if you see what happened with Gary from Soap and Suds, right? He went from, I need documentation from your doctor. I need to take that documentation. I need to go get it verified, yada, yada, yada. And then, no, I just explained to him, no, that's against the law. You do not need that. And he said, okay, he's going to do his own research. And then I went in a week later, presented him with some paperwork and said, hey, if you refuse me service because of my disability, then I will take civil litigation against you. Simple as that. And what happened? Right away, he just said, hey, I'll provide you reasonable accommodation. I will take your laundry. I will do it for you. And then I will give it back to you. You can come in here without a face covering and drop it off. You can come in and pick it up and pay for it without a face covering. Boom, there you go. And that's a reasonable alternative accommodation. So just exercise your rights, stand up for yourself, and do not suffer anymore. Please note that I am suing a local library and gym for wrongfully terminating my ability to utilize their services due to my doctor-issued medical exemption from wearing face coverings. Those discriminatory actions have had severe consequences, like reducing my ability to shower from once a day down to once or twice a month. It is a precedent-setting case that is going to lay the foundational standard for people that are denied services because they are unable to wear face coverings. Furthermore, I've spent copious amounts of time over the last couple of years attempting to enact neurospecific human rights into Canadian legislation, during which I have acquired the support of half a dozen current members of Parliament. We desperately need some absolute human rights which cannot be restricted or suspended for any reason, even during a declared state of emergency, especially considering the egregious historical context of catastrophes like MKUltra. For the latest updates on my neuro rights efforts, please visit globalneuroethics.com. If you would like to support my work, I have PayPal, GoFundMe, Patreon, Subscribestar, Crypto. I even have a P.O. box. You name it, I got it. All the links are in the description below. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and always remember that tyranny does not come from tyrants. Tyranny comes from mass compliance. Peace out and be safe.